A bottle of wine just sold for 600 grand. A bottle of whiskey just sold for 800,000 pounds. And you're worried about adding a pound to your price? In today's video, we're going to be talking all about value. How do I increase value? How do I charge premium prices for premium products? Let's go. £600 grand for some wine, 800,000 pounds. That's nearly £1 million for a bottle of whiskey. I mean, where I live in Manchester, you could buy like a row of houses for that much money, not just one house. I mean, that is an insane amount of money, and people, someone's just paid that in auction for a bottle of whiskey. Now, don't get me wrong, I like a nice cold Corona after a long hard day of work. But 800 grand for a bottle of whiskey, that is insane. This whiskey, in case you didn't see it in the news, just sold for £848,000 at auction in Edinburgh. The Macallan Valero Adami 1926 60-year-old whiskey went under the hammer at Bonham's whiskey sale. The whiskey, which was in a vat for 60 years, which, okay, is impressive, it fetched £700,000 at auction, and then wait for this, plus a sales premium of £148,000. Just 148 grand sales premium on a bottle of whiskey, no dramas. Experts describe it as the holy grail of whiskies because of the combination of its rarity, its vintage, and its unique artwork on the outside of the bottle. Now, the average human balks at paying £800 for a bottle of whiskey, let alone £800,000. I mean, what has gone on here? I remember a couple of years ago we went to New York City with a couple of friends. And we had a great time. It was really fun, and we went to a restaurant on the final day. We were treating ourselves, so we went to a bit of a posh restaurant, and the wine list came out, and as the waiter brought it to us, it had the prices next to the wine, and I noticed that on the most expensive bottle of wine there was a price of $10,000 on the bottle of wine, and I just kind of laughed, and I thought, that's ridiculous. And I said to the waiter, like, does anyone even buy this? He says yes, but when they do, the whole staff of the restaurant come out and celebrate, and we were like, I can't believe that anyone spends $10,000 on a bottle of wine. And here we see people spending around 100 times that value on one bottle of wine and one bottle of whiskey. So here's the thing about value. There's actual value, often called market value, and then there's perceived value, often called intrinsic value. And when selling physical products online, as I know many of you watching do, selling products via Amazon FBA in the UK, in Europe, in USA, and all over the world now, when we're selling physical products online, one of our greatest hindrances can be the ease of convenience. That people have such a convenient way of shopping before them. People, like never before, are driven towards finding the best possible prices, and what that forces us to do as vendors often is to drive our prices down as low as we possibly can in order to compete for those sales. But actually what we as sellers need to do in order to make this business work is make a profit, and there's many sellers out there that are driving their prices so low just to try and compete that they're not making any profit. In the Amazon space, people love to share their revenue details, show screenshots of their Amazon seller account and be like, look at the revenue we're making, which is great, but even more importantly is the profit we're making, because if we're not making profit, then none of this is worthwhile. And so in order to be able to make profit, we have to sometimes charge prices higher than what the market around us is charging. And I want to talk for a few moments today in this video really to try and help you do that, help you to become one of the higher priced brands in your niche in order to be able to make more profit, to be able to put more back into your business, to be able to free you up to live the life you dreamed of, and really release you into the freedom that we talk about on this channel. All right, so let's dive into it. I want to give you four things, four tips, four practical keys that you can take away and implement in your business today that will help you to increase your prices, increase your margins, and will ultimately help you create that intrinsic value instead of just the bog standard market value. And the first one is to test your pricing. This is the most basic of all of them, right? This is the entry level one. They get better as they go on, so stick around to the end of the video. This is the most basic, but make sure you do test your pricing. You see, a lot of us, we think that if we're going to sell, we have to be either the same price or lower than any other product around us. I would encourage everyone that's watching to Google the psychology of pricing and just take a look at some of the articles that come up, some of the studies that have been done about pricing, that lower isn't always better. Actually, there's many people that will tell you that actually at times when they increase their price, sales velocity does actually increase. We had an example recently. We did a video recently, which the link will be coming up somewhere up here. I'll pop it up there. But we did a case study about a product that we recently launched with no reviews. We didn't do any giveaways, and we launched it for under £1,000 budget. So if you haven't watched that, check it out. But I put a little comment on there to update that actually since we since we recorded that video, Amazon for some reason changed our fulfillment fees, like they measured the product wrong and they put it into the oversized tier. So it was costing us an extra nearly £2 per sale to pay to Amazon. And while I was sorting all of this out, I decided that if they wouldn't change it back, because Amazon are notoriously difficult at times, what I did was I increased the price of the product by £1 just to try and nudge it up a little bit, just to try and cover some of that extra loss that we were making there, to keep our margins more healthy. And as I did that, the sales kept on climbing. We were selling 6, 7, 8 a day, and then when I put that price up in the UK, it went to sort of 11, 12, 13 units a day. We literally changed nothing else. There was nothing else that was changed. The only variable that was changed was the price. And it's this idea of perceived value, that if you are, because we are now a couple of pounds, a few pounds more than most of the other people around us, there's this idea of perceived value that, wow, this is worth more because they're charging more. And obviously there has to be other stuff that goes with that. I mean, you have to have the reviews, you have to have the good quality product, all of those kinds of things. It's not to say you can just charge double the price for everyone else and your prices will go up, but the psychology of pricing is important, and it is important to test your pricing. So nudge it up £1, nudge it up £2. Try 21.45 instead of 20.95, or try little things like that in order to be able to increase the price, increase the value that is perceived by the customer when they look at your product. Worth doing. All right, number 2 is to build a brand. I can't tell you enough how important this is, to build a brand, to build something that carries weight with it, that is a tangible asset. You see, many of you probably would have seen this image that I'll pop up here of a Starbucks cup and a normal cup of coffee. The normal cup of coffee unbranded, and it presents a very different pricing structure to the Starbucks coffee. Really, the only thing that's different is the perceived value. Its intrinsic value is not based in the coffee, because let's be honest, is horrendous. It's not based in the cup, it's based in the brand of Starbucks. People buy into it, people pay more for it because they love the experience when they go in the shop. They love the branding that Starbucks creates with their advertising. They love the idea of drinking a Starbucks cup, even how they look when they're drinking a Starbucks. It's this imagery of the kind of life they're going to have when they engage with this product. And so it's really important for us as brand builders, as physical product sellers, is to build that brand, is to create this image of how someone's life will change by using our products. That's through our imagery, that's through our infographics, that's through good copy in our listings, that's through a myriad of different things, but we need to build a brand. That's why I always encourage students, that's why I always encourage people starting out to start with a product that you are going to expand in the future. Don't just find one product, do everything you can to find some related products. That's what I talk about in my product research funnel. Is yes, it's good to have demand, yes, it's good to have low competition, but another factor to think about is scalability. Is there scalability with this product? Could I offer variations one day? Could I offer related products one day? Because the more you build a brand, every launch that you do gets easier and easier and easier, and over time that brand carries more equity and means you can actually charge more for the products. Here's the thing, right? I'm never going to go into Primark and pay more than a tenner for anything, right? But Adidas the other day put an ad up on my Instagram stories feed of the new trainer that they got coming out, and I was like, oh my gosh, take my money. Yeezys, trainers that are just they're just trainers, right? They're just the same material as the trainers used at Primark or somewhere else, but they are 10, 20, 30 times the price because of a brand, because of intrinsic value. So what we need to do as brands is build that brand identity around what we're selling in order to be able to charge those premium prices. 3 out of 4 is this. Number 3, we need to differentiate our products. I say this so much, and anyone that's done my masterclass will know that I'm constantly saying this all the time. Ensure you develop high quality products. The foundation of our business when we sell products on Amazon is a high quality product. So many people are trying to do this cheap. People want to just do it the cheapest way possible. They're driving their suppliers down to the cheapest price possible, not realizing that supplier is then going to cut corners somewhere in order to make that money back. We're trying to cut corners at every direction just to save a few pennies. If only we would realize that if we invested in high quality products, it would make all the difference down the line. Here's the thing, when we started out with one of our brands of products, with one of our lines of products, I had the choice. Do I go with the cheap option, which looks crap, which feels rubbish, which feels like it's going to break easily, which feels like it's going to, just feel cheap in people's hands, or do I go with a more premium product that feels good, that is, obviously a little bit more expensive from the supplier? And of course, because of the way I feel I want to run this business and build a brand, I said, let's go for the higher quality product. And man, I'm so glad because a year and a half later, it's still our bestseller, still sells 20 to 30 units every single day. And it is one of the foundations of the income of our business, because now it's got the reviews, it's got the support. People love it because of the quality. And we had to invest more in it. And, I see some of the prices that people charge in my niche right now. And I'm like, the only way you can be doing that is by sourcing a subpar product, but actually, because we have produced and created a product that is a higher quality than everyone else around us, we can charge higher prices. We do charge higher prices, and we still stay at the top of the rankings. I see people come, I see people go all the time into my market, but still we stay constant because of the high quality that we have instilled from the outset. And this is also things when we talk about differentiation, we talk about packaging. Make sure you get nice packaging for your product. Again, I talked about in previous video, but make sure you get a product that is giftable. If your product applies to a giftable niche, then make sure you get it packaged nicely so that you can put that in your photos and put all over it. Comes in a beautiful gift box. Honestly, this will help your price. It will help your conversions so much. Differentiate with a bundle rather than just selling one product. Why not bundle it with a related product so that you can then charge a premium price, because of the convenience of bringing them both together? You'll save on Amazon fulfillment fees, you'll save on shipping fees, and your margins will increase because of it. Can you add something to the product? Don't just take a product off the shelf that everyone is doing and do it exactly the same. Don't just carbon copy it, but think, how can I improve this product? How do I make this better? How do I increase the customer experience by increasing the value in this product, by increasing the quality of this product? I promise you that when you invest your time, energy, and finance into creating better products than exist right now, it will pay off tenfold in the long run. So please don't be that person that tries to do this business on the cheap. I'm not saying don't start with a small budget, but if you start with a small budget, don't allow that to affect your mentality. Don't start with a small mindset. Don't start with a scarcity mindset. Start with a mindset that says, I'm going to source high quality products and I'm going to launch into a marketplace and stay there for a long time. I know I'm banging on about it, right? But I just can't stress this enough. Especially in the UK marketplace, right? Here's how I see it. Once you surpass 100 reviews and you've got a good review rating, 4.5 stars or more, ideally 5 stars, of course. Once you go past 100 reviews in the UK marketplace, in most niches, you really are an authority in your niche. I know this because some of our products, when surpassing this level of reviews, going over 100 reviews, it just stabilized our sales so much. And trust me, in a year's time, when you're sitting there and your listing has over 100 positive reviews, you've got a 5-star review rating, and those sales are coming in like regular, like clockwork, you'll be so thankful that you sourced a high quality product. I know that because I've both done that and I've also done the opposite, and the opposite has cost me money. It's frustrated the crap out of me, and I want to help you avoid doing the same. So always choose high quality whenever possible. All right, and finally, number 4, finishing off, is to put people first. In this business, the reason I started this business is because I wanted to build an actual business. When I started looking at how I could make money online so that I could have this flexible lifestyle to do those things that I really desired and dreamed of, I looked at how could I make money online, and there was things like drop shipping, there was other things like this that really I felt didn't provide value to the customer. It was all about how can I make a little bit of quick money, but for me, I want to build a business that actually does serve people. I want people's lives to be better because of the products that we create. And so it's with that I give you this final thought. It's how do I increase my prices and be one of the more premium priced options in the market, is by putting people first. You see, what happens when you put people first, and what I mean by putting people first is by having good customer service. It's by considering the customer always first. It's by doing what you can to create customers for life. If you haven't already, I'd encourage you to check out Feedback Whiz, which is an email follow-up system, but it's so much more than that. And within that system, you can actually see, you can look at who are your frequent buyers. And we're lucky enough to be able to have a whole load of people that come back to us time and again to keep buying our product, because not only is it a high quality product, but we also offer great customer service. We always reply quickly to people's inquiries. If there's any ever missing parts or broken bits, we instantly either just send them replacement parts or offer a refund or offer a replacement item. We instantly do that. We don't mess around with stuff like that, because the little amount that it costs us to do that, the value that we get in the great customer service and by people loving our brand, we get so much more value out of that. I had a customer come back to me recently, send me a message. They bought from us around 8 months ago, and we were out of stock on one of these items for like 2 weeks. And they said to us, he emailed me saying, we want to get another one of these items, but we're looking around and there's lots of other options, but we can't see yours, and we want to get yours. Where are you still selling it? And I said, yep, it will be in stock soon. He said, yep, fine, we'll wait for yours. Again, because of this customer service, this relationship we built, and remember, we need to see this like a business. This isn't just a quick buck we're making. This isn't just like a side hustle. This is a legitimate business. So make sure in your business you're thinking through the mind of the customer. You're thinking through the mind of the people that you're serving with your business. All right, so I hope these 4 tips have helped today to help you increase your pricing, to be able to charge premium prices for premium products, to not always go for the lowest common denominator of pricing, that it's not a fight to the bottom for you with your pricing, but actually you can stand head and shoulders above the rest. We're building a brand, we're creating high quality products, and we are putting people first. So I hope they've helped, and if you have enjoyed the content today, make sure you do like it so as many people can see this as possible, so that they can build a great business too. Do hit subscribe, hit that notification bell, ding dong, and so you know when I'm putting videos up, they're going to be coming thick and fast. Let me know in the comments below, any struggles you're finding with your pricing or anything else like that, or anything else I can help with. Let me know, hit me up. And if you want a free guide of how to build an Amazon business from scratch to where it can actually release you to do things with your time that you love and enjoy, make sure you grab the guide from below in the description, and I would love to help you on the journey of building a real business that serves real people with real amazing products. All right, I will see you in the next video.